Ryan Dawson, HR manager. What can I do for you today, Kyle?
Hey Ryan, I'm here because I feel like I've been getting discriminated against at work.
How so?
Well, it's because of my wheelchair. I feel
Hmm.
like I've been getting left out of a lot of social events, and I feel like my input's not getting taken as seriously in the decision-making process.
Okay, so how does that make you feel at work?
Well, ever since, makes me feel like I'm not as important and I'm not as taken as seriously and whatnot. I feel isolated. I feel like nobody wants to sit with me at lunch, or feel like I've been working here for 4 years, and I had a lot of good relationships with the coworkers and whatnot,
Yeah, I can
and
understand.
I feel like having a disability is already stressful enough. And now I'm starting to feel even more lonely now that everybody's isolated themselves from me.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's probably taking its toll, but I just want to ask you a few more questions. So, could you just basically describe to me your relationship with your coworkers?
Well, I've known Jim for 3 years. I've known Larry since I started here because we both started at the same time,
Okay.
and I've known Phil for 7 months ever since he started.
Okay, and just basically, once again, to go over it, could you just explain to me the situation?
Well, I've been pretty close with all of them, but ever since I've gotten to my accident, I feel like there's a barrier between us, and kind of just feel like I've been on my own ever since. They've been leaving me out of activities, doing a whole bunch of things without me, and I feel
Okay.
like I really need to at least get back into the decision making process.
Yeah, I can understand that. And how do you think they feel?
Well, I think they feel like they don't want to baby me or anything because I'm in a wheelchair, and maybe they just don't want to be seen with me because I'm in a wheelchair. I'm not really quite sure.
Yeah, I can understand. I mean, it may be overwhelming for them if they've never had any like friend or relative in this situation as well. But now the next question I want to ask you is like, what are your goals with this conflict you're dealing with? Do you want to mend the relationship? Are you looking to like notify managers or like let other people know and make it a big thing? I'm just curious.
Well, really, I'm just hoping to mend the relationship and get things back to how they used to be. I really don't want any of this to go up to managers or anything else. I just hope to get things back to how they used to be.
Yeah, notifying a manager could probably get really ugly and influence your work environment as well. So I can understand that.
To be completely honest, though, the one thing I've been concerned about is I've heard rumors about people calling me a cripple and cracking jokes on my wheelchair and whatnot. I find that really hurtful.
Really?
Yeah.
Are these like legitimate sources, or is it just like normal like rumors in the workplace?
I tried to talk to Larry once about it, but he didn't really seem interested in talking.
Oh yeah, you should try talking to your coworkers though, because if you want to mend these relationships, communication is very key. And like the only way you guys can actually like solve this kind of problem, especially because you don't want to like make it a big thing and you just want to talk about it, which is good. You really should just try talking to them because the only way this is going to be understood, because from what I can tell right now is that you are basically just confused at all of this because you feel like you're in the wheelchair now and you feel like you're just dealing with a disability, but the rest of the coworkers make it seem like it's something so much more and they don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, I guess I should definitely try talking to them, and I feel like there's a barrier between us that I need to break through. Hopefully, communication can help that.
Yeah, and when you talk to them, you need to try and make sure that you don't come off too aggressive and conflictive, but also not too passive because you want them to understand how you feel, but same ways you want to understand how they feel and why they're acting like this. Because like you said, you've known Larry since you started, and Jim and Phil for a pretty long time as well. So it's just kind of weird. If I was in your position, I'd be completely confused as well and wondering why my coworkers no longer want to talk to me, especially after you guys used to go out even after work. And they're like not only your coworkers but also your friends. So it's kind of strange.
Definitely, right? Definitely. Hopefully, we can resolve this.
All right, well, it was nice talking to you, Kyle. Hopefully
Nice talking to you
this
too,
can
Ryan.
be concluded in a peaceful manner.